this live stream without asking you about like your levitation experience, because like I'm all about sleep
Ah,
and stuff. Like, can you share that story one more time, for the
dude,
listeners before we go?
yeah. The levitation experience is amazing. All right. So it's like this energy will get into your heart. And so I'm in meditation. Every time it happens, I'm either doing one or two things. All right. And so I'm either like, if I'm looking down, if you're looking like at the tip of your nose, kind of, but you're not looking at the tip of your nose, you're looking in the energy. But then you pull it back, pull that energy back, and just sit there with it in your mind. And if it wants to travel, let it travel, but you sit there with that energy, like that you like put your focal point on to figure it out when you're seeing the energy. Then you pull it back in your mind. And you just sit there with it. Like your body will get into the vibration state and you'll start to buzz or whatever, you know what I mean? But you just sit there with it. And then it's like in your heart, just like this lightness. You know what I mean? And my inner vision, because I had my eyes closed doing it, but my inner vision kicked on and I seen angels flying. I seen angels flying with like trumpets, and then it was just in my heart, just and I just lifted, you know what I mean? And I just felt it. And I came to because I was like, felt like I was flying with these angels. You know what I mean? I felt like I was flying. And I came to. And as soon as I came to, like, and realized, like, I'm in my body still. Like, I'm just not floating. Like, I have a body. You know what I mean? Like, I totally blanked out on all of existence except that experience. And then when I came to, I fell just boop, to the ground, just dropped. And then the second time it happened, I was tracing my body with my awareness, and I was doing this for days, for hours, because I was at my parents' house at the time, and like, we were just kind of sick, man. Um, and I didn't have nothing really other to do that was better than meditate and get to a new level in my life. And so I just traced myself like as if I was rubbing my hand, you know what I mean, across my whole body, tracing an outline and everything. And I kept doing it over and over again, except with my imagination, but I was physically feeling as I was doing it. And it just happened in my heart. And I felt it again. And I just rose up. And I was on the bed and I caught myself again, because like you don't know when this is gonna come. Like it just comes. I don't know. That's there's a book that really explains it. It's called called mm-hmm. Oh, The Secrets of the Golden Flower. They explain like when you get into like the backwards flow method, and like I guess there's different ways, because the first way that I was telling you about, where you see and you get that energy and pull it and you hold it in, that's like the method they teach. And then the other way that I was doing it, nobody teaches that, you know what I mean? Like Chi Power Plus teaches something similar to it, like it's their blood washing technique, but you're actually using physical hands. And yeah. So anyways, I felt myself come up. And then I came to or whatever, and I started thinking, and I didn't just drop down, you know what I mean? It was like I gently like laid back down on my bed, and I was just like, I'm not losing the meditation. I'm going back to this happy place, you know what I mean? And so like I just started meditating again, and I just like felt like I was like flying, you know what I mean? That my heart was just amazing. And then I came to, and I was conscious in my mind, but I was still up in the air. I couldn't feel the bed underneath my back. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm not on the bed. You know what I mean? And then I just like yanked myself down with my gravity, and my weight, and pulled down, and I slammed into the bed. I don't even know how high I got up, but that was like the trip, yo. And The Secret of the Golden Flower talks about like you'll meet extraterrestrials, practice those type of meditation. And like levitation, they say happens in the earlier stages of it. You know what I mean? So like I never got to the point where I could like actually meditate day after day after day after day, doing that type of meditation and consistently. It was like 100 days is what they recommend you do that for. And I've never been able to do it 100 days consecutively, because it gets really intense after a while, and you have to like literally lay down, day doing stuff. because the energy, you're buzzing, and like it's just overwhelming, and like the only thing you could do is like surrender on the ground. Um, and so it's like if you're gonna do that practice, that meditation, and you're gonna try to hit those 100 days or whatever with it, then you gotta basically be in a place that's safe to do that. You know, like you're gonna want to be in a temple or something, you know, where people would support that kind of thing, and so that like you don't have to work a job. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to go somewhere, you don't have to be somewhere, because this is gonna happen at random occasions throughout days, you know, of the process. And overwhelming energy is really intense. Like your emotions are intense because you're like letting them all out, you know what I mean? So cry and you'll yell, and like it's just kind of forced, and it's just so intuitive, and it pulls on you to like release, you know what I mean, this tension that you've been holding on to. And so that meditation just will get you to all kinds of different states, like not just in the meditation, but your whole life after that, because you're like almost being reborn.
That's dope, man.